What up? My name is AJ Hall, and today we're going to tackle a full song order for the homie Eric Krasno. First of all, I'm so grateful for this opportunity because I've really been listening to Eric Krasno since like high school, man. I used to go get those Lettuce albums in like 2007, 2008, and all those Soul Lab records, and listening to Krasno's playing back then. I'm full circle now, and I'm actually tracking drums for songs that he's produced, man. Life is wild, so I'm grateful for this opportunity. Let's go. So here we are at the kit. For this particular song, I've chosen my 1960s vintage no-name kit. It's like a stencil kit. It was made to sound like a Slingerland or a Ludwig back in the 60s. The point is, it's all maple shells and it's got the reinforcement rings, alright? So when I do these full song orders, I like to send two completely different drum tracks for the same song. You get 2 takes, 2 different performances, 2 different drum sounds, and 2 different mixes depending on how drastic I go. That way you have a whole bunch of material to choose from for your release. For this first take, I'm going for kind of a James Gatson on the Kissin' My Love track, right? So the drums are tuned a little bit higher than they're going to be on the second track. Right now I have my Ludwig brick snare, have some no-name like old 1970s hi-hats, and have my big old K Zildjian Constantinople 22 Renaissance ride. Not really even going to be crashing on it, just hitting the bell. First take is going to be real subdued, almost like you sampled regular old Bill Withers track from the 70s. A couple of little fills here and there, let you know it's a real drummer playing on the track. For the most part, going to be real subdued. I'm going to play with a lighter touch. We'll get to all that foolishness on the second take, all right? So now for this second take, I've got my Ludwig Superphonic up, right? It's a 14x5 and it's a brass shell. The other one was a 14x6.5 wood shell. I've got the 14x5 up right now. It's got way more smack on it, all right? Also detuned the toms way lower, and I've got these big fat snare drum quesadillas on there. Check these out. They're way more dead. I've also tuned the bass drum way down to get more smack out of it. I tightened up the hi-hat sound by adding a different top hi-hat cymbal, all right? Honestly, the same groove, it's gonna have way more intensity behind it. This is just for the client, Eric Krasno, to be able to choose between the 2 takes or even splice between them if he wants. So for this first take, I have super retrofied this break. You notice I had the Ludwig snare that was the 14x6.5 deep shell, right? So this thing is giving me just early 70s vibes. Check it out. So one of the things that's giving me that sound is the Waves J37 tape. I'm using it for some saturation and for some slapback delay. If you notice down here, I have the slapback delay ever so slightly up. So here is that take without the J37 tape. Now peep it out with the J37 tape on. So you get a way different sound and it has more depth. Another thing that's really giving me the sound of this take is the Chow tape model, all right? So check this out. This thing has something that really gets scientifically in-depth with the tape speed. Most tape emulators, they have like a 7.5 tape speed or a 15 tape speed. This one, you can actually get down to the decimal points with the tape speed knob. Without the Chow tape, now here's this take with the Chow tape. instantly shaves off some of that high end and gives me a little bit more saturation in those high mids. Beautiful, man. You'll notice my reverb sound on here is kind of huge, but it's not that huge juxtaposed against what the actual track that Eric Krasno sent me. So here is the room mic. I've got it running through one of my secret reverb plugins. Not many people know about this joint, man, but it's the Black Rooster RO140. It's a plate reverb plugin. I find it gets a lot gnarlier than a lot of other plate reverbs get. You can get a lot more, I don't know, just growl out of it. I'm gonna play you this first take, and then I'm gonna mute out the reverb bus altogether, all right? Only 2 of the mics are going to it, but I'm gonna mute it out. Here is the first take without reverb bus. Now, here it is with the reverb bus back on. Repeat the second take out. Here we go. If you notice, I have a little bit of room reverb, so that's going to a spring reverb bus, which is going to the Black Rooster ROSPR. It's one of my favorite spring reverb plugins. Check it out without the room mic and the hi-hats being sent to that spring reverb. Now, it seems like a whole lot of reverb, but up against the track that Eric Krasno sent, not really hearing it poke out that much. All right, so for this first take, we went from this and we turned it into this. And for the second take, we went from this and we turned that into this. Which one do y'all prefer? The first take or the second take? That's actually the beauty of it, because what Eric Krasno, the client, is getting is all of the raw files from all 10 mics and both takes mixed fully. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. You can hit the link in my bio or go to leftfielddrumbreaks.com. Send me a message if you have questions about these full song orders. There's a portal where you can send your orders directly into me, but if you have any more questions, you can hit that chat with us button on my site. It goes directly to my phone and I'll answer all your questions, all right? Hit me up, leftfielddrumbreaks.com. Let's go.